Hi everyone, and thank you again for taking the time to watch this week's video, it's about something that I've explored in the last few years, but for such a long time I spent no energy on. Yet it is one of the most important things that we all have clarity on. I'm talking about our values. Our values are an internal set of beliefs that should dictate our actions every day. Yet, like I said, how many people actually stop to think about what their values are? Yet we say yes to so many things, not really thinking about where that's going to take us. I'm talking about our idea of success. Our idea of success should be aligned back to our values. But are they? Is your idea of success aligned back to your values? It's about taking the time to stop and reflect. Today, what I want to do is I want to give you the process that both I used and my clients use. It's really simple. As you may have seen in some of my other videos, I love Excel. And I simply use this process through an Excel spreadsheet. It's easy to track, it's easy to adjust and update. So I'm going to give you the process that I use. But as always, please like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it amongst your community. It does help me get this messaging out to a much bigger, broader audience. So your idea of success. Let's go and talk about values. What are your values? Do you know right now what your values are? Do you have a feeling what your values are? Step one is getting clarity on what that is. And is it a process you do once, never again? No. I would recommend you do this every 12 months. Could things change? Maybe not. Is it good to just reconfirm with ourselves what they are? Yeah, it is. So how do we do it? Look, I use a great online tool called the Barrett Values Assessment. Check it out. It's really good. It's really quick. It costs about $20 US to do it. But the outcome is amazingly accurate, and it gives some context to the response and the answers as well, which is so important. So the Barrett Values Assessment online, great tool, use that with clients, highly recommend you check it out. At a minimum, I want you to take some time, uninterrupted time, to go through and think about what your values are. And you can literally hop online and Google what are the top values. What are values? What are people's core values? And you'll see a list. It's about going through that list. What resonates with you? Write them all down and then start to cross them off. You don't want a list of like 20 values. You should have, I feel, around 5 to 7. If you have a list of 20 things, refine, refine, refine. So once you have come up with your 5 to 7 believed values, or you've done the online assessment, you'll have a list. And what do you do with that list? Is that it? Is that my values? Well, it's about then going, am I living in line with those values? Let's put a system around this. Again, use a spreadsheet, and I want you to create a first line which says, what are my top 3 values? This is where you go through that list and you pick out the 3 that feel strongest to you. The 3 that you believe are your highest values. Again, don't copy off anyone around you. Don't ask for anyone's input. This has to be you internally. What are your top 3? In no particular order. Doesn't mean 1 is number 1 and 2 is number 2 and 3 is number 3. Just list the top 3 that you believe are your highest values. We move across a column. The second column is going to be titled, why is it important to you? It's about self-reflection, almost like a journaling exercise. Perhaps number 1, you write family. Why is it important to you? You need to be able to articulate why that value is so important to you. Again, self-reflection exercise. We move across to the next column and title it, are you living it? Be critical. am I living this thing that I have said is one of my highest values? If not, write no. If yes, write yes, I am. Because the next column is how. How, ? Demonstrate. If you said that you are living this family as one of your highest values, demonstrate how. Example, because I make sure I'm home by 4 p.m. every day to spend time with my family. Or perhaps I block out 6 times a week where I do drop off or pick up. Okay, just ideas, just examples. So how are you demonstrating that? And the next column is what's stopping you? So if you said no, well, it's one of my highest values, but I'm not demonstrating it, what's stopping you from doing it? Self-reflect and write it down. Be very clear, be very critical. What is stopping you from living that value? And there you have something you need to address. So if we look at what we've put across a page, we have a list of 3 of our highest values. What the value is. Why is that so important to us? Am I living it? How? Demonstrate how I'm doing that. And if not, well, what's the thing that's stopping me from living it that I need to change? And we do that for those 3. Now we create another 3 lines. What are these 3 lines? What are 3 values? 3 values I'd like to live more. So again, what are 3 values that I've come up with out of my list or through the Barrett Values Assessment that I'd like to live more, that are extremely important to me and who I am? And perhaps fitness is one. The column here is what is the value? Fitness. Second column, why is this important to you? Why is this important to me? Why is fitness a value that I believe I should live more? Example could be because when I'm happy and healthy, I'm a better parent and partner. Example. So why is it important to you? Next column across is, well, what's one thing you could do to start living that more? What's one thing you could do to start living that more? So fitness was that next value. What's one thing you could do to start living that more? I could set my alarm at 5:15, 4 days a week to go for a walk, to go to the gym. I could start training at lunchtime, 3 days a week, whatever it is. But set yourself a goal, set yourself a note that says, this is what I need to do to start bringing this value into my life. See, having something so simple as a documented set of your values, they're visual, they're in your face, you can always go back to them, but having clear reflection points and action items means we know what we need to do to be living a life in line with our values. Again, for me, it wasn't just about going, what are some things that are values? Yeah, that resonates with me. Yeah, I think family is my biggest value. No, it's about actually taking some time to go through this process. So guys, I recommend the Barrett Values Assessment, okay? Or just taking some time away, uninterrupted, not rushed between meetings before going to pick up kids, actually setting some time aside to go through this reflection journey. List out your 3 highest values. Go through those columns and answer those questions. Why is it important? Am I living it? Demonstrate how, and what's stopping me if I'm not doing it. Then list those next 3. What are 3 I'd like to live more? Why is that one important to me? And what can I do to actually bring that into my world? So guys, I hope that's been of importance and in value to you. It truly was to me. It was a game changer. It helped me define and understand what success meant to me. It also helped me frame the decisions that I make to ensure that I was saying yes to the things I enjoyed, but yes to the things that aligned with my values, because saying yes to those takes me to the true idea of success. Guys, keep well, keep safe, and look forward to speaking to all of you in some way, shape, or form whenever I see you next.